Imagine rising from the gritty streets of St. Louis, where every day was a battle against poverty, to becoming a comedy legend whose name still echoes through the halls of entertainment history. Redd Foxx, born John Elroy Sanford, did just that, captivating audiences with his raw humor and undeniable charisma. With a career that once saw him earn millions and a legacy that includes a Golden Globe and multiple Emmy nominations, Redd Foxx was a trailblazer who redefined comedy. But behind the laughter lay a life of dazzling highs and devastating lows, lavish homes, a collection of exotic cars, a loving family, and a tragic end that left the world stunned. How did this icon, known as the King of the Party Records, go from earning millions to facing financial ruin? What secrets lie within the walls of his abandoned Las Vegas mansion? Buckle up as we take you on an exclusive journey through the life, homes, family, and legacy of Redd Foxx. Stick around, because you won't believe the twists in this story. Let's dive into the world of Redd Foxx, starting with the roots that shaped this comedy titan. Early life and struggles. Redd Foxx's story begins in St. Louis, Missouri, where he was born on December 9, 1922, into a world far from the glitz of Hollywood. Growing up in a working-class African-American family, Foxx faced the harsh realities of poverty and racial inequality. His father, Fred Sanford, an electrician and auto mechanic, left the family when Redd was just 4 years old, leaving his mother, Mary Hughes, a domestic worker and radio preacher of Seminole descent, to raise him and his older brother, Fred Jr., alongside their grandmother. Life on Chicago's South Side, where the family later moved, was no easier. The Great Depression cast a long shadow, and young Redd, then known as John Elroy Sanford, learned early on that survival demanded grit and hustle. Mary Hughes was the cornerstone of Redd's early life, instilling in him a sense of resilience and humor as a way to cope with adversity. She worked tirelessly to provide for her sons, often preaching on local radio to make ends meet. Her strength left a lasting mark on Redd, who later drew inspiration from her for his iconic Sanford and Son character. But life wasn't without its challenges. As a teenager, Redd dropped out of DuSable High School, where he was classmates with future Chicago Mayor Harold Washington. To support himself, he took odd jobs, including working as a dishwasher alongside a young Malcolm Little, later known as Malcolm X, who dubbed him Chicago Redd for his reddish hair and quick wit. Redd also faced racial prejudice, from being overlooked for opportunities to enduring slurs in a society divided by segregation. Yet these struggles fueled his determination, pushing him to chase a dream bigger than the constraints of his environment. As we move from Redd's humble beginnings, let's explore how he transformed those struggles into a groundbreaking career that changed comedy forever. Career journey. Redd Foxx's path to stardom wasn't paved with gold. It was built on sheer talent and relentless ambition. His career kicked off in 1939 at just 16 years old, when he performed on the Major Beau's Amateur Hour radio show as part of the Jump Swinging Six, a musical group that showcased his early flair for performance. But it was in the 1940s, while working in Harlem's nightclubs, that Redd found his true calling: stand-up comedy. His raw, unfiltered humor, often too explicit for mainstream audiences, earned him a cult following in black nightclubs. A chance encounter with singer Dinah Washington proved pivotal. She urged him to take his act to Los Angeles, where he caught the attention of Dootsy Williams of Dutone Records. This led to a string of comedy albums that would cement his title as the King of the Party Records, with over 50 records that sold more than 15 million copies combined. The turning point came in 1970 when Redd landed a role in the film Cotton Comes to Harlem, showcasing his comedic genius to a broader audience. This performance caught the eye of producers, leading to his starring role as Fred G. Sanford in Sanford and Son, a sitcom that premiered on NBC in 1972. The show, an adaptation of the BBC's Steptoe and Son, was a cultural phenomenon, running for 6 seasons and consistently ranking among the top 10 programs. Redd's portrayal of the cantankerous junk dealer not only earned him a Golden Globe for Best TV Actor in a Musical Comedy, but also 3 Primetime Emmy nominations. At his peak, Redd commanded a salary of $25,000 per episode, making him the highest-paid actor on television at the time. His success didn't stop there. He starred in films like Harlem Nights alongside Eddie Murphy and appeared in shows like The Redd Foxx Show and The Royal Family. His influence inspired comedians like Richard Pryor and Chris Rock, and even Jamie Foxx adopted his stage name as a tribute. With fame came fortune, but also a lifestyle that reflected both Redd's triumphs and his excesses. Let's step into the world of his lavish properties and explore the homes that defined his larger-than-life persona. Real estates. Redd Foxx's wealth at its peak was staggering, with estimates suggesting he amassed a fortune of $11 million during his most successful years. However, his penchant for luxury and poor financial management led to a complex financial legacy. While Redd's net worth at the time of his death in 1991 was a negative $3.5 million due to tax debts and lavish spending, his lifestyle in the 1970s and 1980s was nothing short of extravagant. Central to this was his collection of opulent homes, each a testament to his success and his love for the finer things. Let's take an exclusive tour through 3 of Redd Foxx's most iconic properties, piecing together their grandeur from historical accounts and their lasting allure. The Beverly Hills Majesty, $10 million. Our first stop is a breathtaking estate in the heart of Beverly Hills, California, valued at an astounding $10 million. This property was the crown jewel of Redd Foxx's real estate portfolio, a sprawling mansion that embodied the pinnacle of luxury living. Designed to impress, this home was a perfect blend of grandeur and functionality, a place where Redd could entertain in style and bask in the success of his career. Let's step through the front doors and explore what made this estate so spectacular. The foyer sets the tone for the entire home, with soaring ceilings that create a sense of openness and majesty. A grand staircase sweeps upward, leading to the upper levels, while the space opens into a magnificent living room that's both inviting and awe-inspiring. The living area was designed for both relaxation and entertaining, featuring plush, oversized seating arranged around a sleek modern fireplace that served as the room's centerpiece. Floor-to-ceiling windows flooded the space with natural light, creating a warm and airy atmosphere. The open-plan design flowed seamlessly into a gourmet kitchen that was a chef's dream. The kitchen boasted top-of-the-line appliances, a massive island perfect for meal prep or casual dining, and a cozy breakfast nook ideal for morning gatherings or quiet coffee breaks. Adjacent to the kitchen was the dining room, a space designed for lavish entertaining. The room was large enough to accommodate a custom-built table that seated 12, perfect for hosting dinner parties or holiday feasts. Intricate crown molding and a stunning chandelier added a touch of elegance, while the open layout ensured the space felt connected to the rest of the home. The master suite was a true sanctuary, offering a serene escape from the pressures of fame. The bedroom was expansive, with enough space for a king-sized bed and a dedicated sitting area where Redd could unwind with a book or enjoy a moment of quiet reflection. The ensuite bathroom was a spa-like retreat, complete with a deep soaking tub, a spacious shower with multiple jets, and dual vanities for added convenience. Thoughtful touches like heated floors and ambient lighting created a luxurious, calming ambiance that made this bathroom a standout feature. Downstairs, the home continued to impress with a state-of-the-art home theater. Plush recliners and a massive screen made it the perfect spot for movie nights or watching the big game. There was also a wine cellar designed to house an extensive collection, with custom shelving and climate control to keep every bottle in pristine condition. The outdoor pool was the pièce de résistance of this Beverly Hills estate. This wasn't just a pool, it was a resort-style oasis, complete with a cascading waterfall feature and a spacious deck perfect for lounging or hosting summer barbecues. The pool area included a built-in outdoor kitchen and ample seating, making it an ideal spot for entertaining guests or soaking up the California sun. It was the kind of space that elevated outdoor living to a whole new level, perfectly suited to Redd's larger-than-life personality. Tragically, this mansion was seized by the IRS in 1989 due to unpaid taxes totaling $755,166.21, leaving it abandoned and a haunting reminder of Redd's financial downfall. The loss of this property marked a significant blow, as it was not just a home, but a symbol of his success at its peak. But our journey isn't over. Let's head to the coast for our next stop, a stunning Malibu retreat that offered Redd a different kind of escape. The Malibu retreat, $7,800,000. Next, we're heading to the sun-drenched shores of Malibu, where a $7,800,000 estate offered a perfect blend of coastal charm and modern sophistication. This property was a haven where Redd could escape the pressures of fame, embracing the relaxed yet luxurious vibe of beachside living. While slightly less extravagant than the Beverly Hills estate, it was no less impressive, with an interior that was both stylish and welcoming, perfectly suited to its coastal setting. Let's step inside and see what made this home so special. The entryway opened into an open-concept living space that immediately felt both expansive and intimate. The living room was designed for comfort, with oversized sofas arranged around a sleek coffee table and a modern fireplace that added warmth to the space. The room flowed effortlessly into a gourmet kitchen that was a masterpiece of design and functionality. The kitchen featured a large center island with a built-in sink, high-end appliances, and a walk-in pantry that provided ample storage. A casual dining area sat just off the kitchen, offering a perfect spot for family meals or entertaining guests. The layout was designed to keep the cook in the heart of the action, making it easy to chat with friends or family while preparing a meal. The dining room in this Malibu retreat was a standout feature, leaning into a more relaxed aesthetic than the formal elegance of the Beverly Hills estate. A rustic wooden table seated 10, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere for gatherings. The master suite was a haven of tranquility, designed to feel like a private retreat. The bedroom was spacious, with a cozy reading nook tucked into a corner and a private balcony perfect for sipping morning coffee or watching the sunset. The ensuite bathroom was built for indulgence, featuring a large soaking tub, a walk-in shower with rainfall fixtures, and dual sinks with plenty of counter space. The bathroom's layout was both practical and luxurious, with clean lines and high-quality finishes that created a spa-like experience. The outdoor pool was the heart of this property, designed to make the most of Malibu's coastal climate. Surrounded by a spacious deck and lush landscaping, the pool featured a shallow lounge area for relaxing in the water and a deeper section for swimming laps or playing pool games. A hot tub and a shaded pergola added to the resort-like atmosphere, making the pool area a perfect spot for both relaxation and entertaining. Whether hosting a summer barbecue or lounging by the water, this pool was a true highlight of the home. This property was a haven where Redd could escape the pressures of fame, but it too was lost to financial troubles, sold off to cover debts in the mid-1980s. The sale marked another chapter in Redd's tumultuous financial journey as the coastal retreat that once offered solace slipped out of his hands. But we're not done yet. Let's head to the desert for our final stop, a charming Palm Springs escape that was full of character and charm. The Palm Springs Escape, $5,600,000. Our final destination is the sun-soaked paradise of Palm Springs, where a $5,600,000 estate offered a unique blend of retro charm and modern comfort. This property was all about embracing the laid-back vibe of the desert, a place where Redd could relax and soak up the sunny climate. It was the most accessible of the three in terms of price, but no less spectacular, with an interior that was both stylish and inviting. Let's step inside and explore what made this desert gem so special. The entryway immediately set a welcoming tone with a bright and airy feel that reflected the relaxed desert lifestyle. The living room was a cozy yet stylish space, with a low-profile sectional sofa and a sleek fireplace that added a touch of warmth. The room opened up to a modern kitchen that was perfect for both everyday meals and entertaining. The kitchen featured a large island with bar seating, stainless steel appliances, and a breakfast nook ideal for casual dining. The open layout ensured that the kitchen felt connected to the rest of the home, making it easy to entertain while preparing a meal. The dining room in this Palm Springs escape was designed for intimate gatherings, with a round table that seated 8 and created a conversational atmosphere. Unique light fixtures added a touch of personality, while a set of French doors led directly to the backyard, where the outdoor pool beckoned. This connection to the outdoors was a key feature of the home, with every room designed to embrace the desert's sunny climate. The master suite was a peaceful retreat, offering a serene escape from the world. The bedroom was spacious, with a sitting area and plenty of natural light that created a warm and inviting atmosphere. The ensuite bathroom was a highlight, featuring a large soaking tub, a walk-in shower with glass walls, and dual vanities for added convenience. The bathroom's design was both functional and luxurious, with clean lines and high-quality finishes that created a spa-like experience. The outdoor pool was the star of this Palm Springs property, designed to maximize the desert's outdoor lifestyle. Surrounded by a spacious patio, the pool was perfect for both relaxing and entertaining. However, like his other properties, this estate was eventually sold to settle financial obligations, marking another chapter in Redd's tumultuous financial journey. Sold in the late 1980s to address mounting debts, this Palm Springs gem slipped away, leaving behind memories of desert retreats and sunny days. Car collection. Beyond his homes, Redd Foxx's love for luxury extended to his impressive car collection, which was the envy of Hollywood. At its peak, Redd owned over a dozen vehicles, each reflecting his bold personality. First up is the Lil Redd Wrecker, a custom-built masterpiece crafted for Redd's hit show, Sanford and Son. This wasn't just any tow truck. It was a Hollywood showstopper designed by the legendary George Barris, the genius behind the Batmobile. Built to reflect Redd's on-screen junkyard swagger, the Wrecker was a one-of-a-kind creation with a sleek, futuristic vibe that screamed personality. It was more than a vehicle, it was a rolling piece of art, tailored to match Redd's charisma. Priced at a jaw-dropping $20,000 back in the mid-1970s, this custom ride was a bold statement of Redd's success. Though it never made it to the Sanford and Son screen due to the show's cancellation, its restoration in 2020 brought it back to its full glory, cementing its place in automotive history. Next, we have the Lincoln Continental, a symbol of American luxury that perfectly suited Redd's larger-than-life persona. This iconic car, produced in the 1960s, was a favorite among the elite, with its sleek lines and plush interior that oozed sophistication. Redd, always one to stand out, loved cruising in this beauty, turning heads wherever he went. It was the kind of car that made you feel like royalty, with enough room to stretch out and enjoy the ride. Costing around $15,000 in its prime, the Continental was a hefty investment, but for Redd, it was worth every penny to roll in style. Rounding out the trio is the Chevrolet Bel Air, a classic from the 1950s that captured the heart of Americana. Redd's Bel Air wasn't just a car, it was a vibe, embodying the carefree spirit of the era. With its bold design and smooth ride, it was perfect for a star like Redd, who knew how to make an entrance. This beauty came with a price tag of about $1,800 in the 1950s, making it a steal for the luxury it offered. For Redd, it was more than transportation. It was a piece of his journey, a nod to his roots as he rose to fame. Tragically, his vehicles were seized by the IRS in 1989, alongside his Las Vegas mansion, as part of his mounting tax debts. With such a lavish lifestyle, Redd's personal life was equally colorful, filled with love, loss, and moments that shaped his public persona. Let's explore the relationships and family ties that defined the man behind the comedy. Personal life. Redd Foxx's personal life was a whirlwind of passion, heartbreak, and resilience, mirroring the highs and lows of his career. Married 4 times, Redd's relationships were as dynamic as his performances, each leaving a mark on his legacy. His first marriage, to Evelyn Killebrew in 1948, was a brief chapter, ending in divorce in 1951. In 1956, Redd married showgirl Betty Jean Harris, whom he met during a nightclub performance. Their 18-year marriage was a cornerstone of his life, with Betty giving up her career to manage Redd's business ventures and raise her daughter, Debraka, whom Redd adopted. The couple's home was filled with love, but Redd's infidelity led to their separation in 1974, finalized with a costly divorce settlement of $1 million, $150,000, including $10,000 in monthly support. In 1976, Redd married Joy Yun-Chi Chung, a cocktail waitress 20 years his junior, in a lavish Las Vegas ceremony. Their marriage, however, lasted only 3 years, ending in 1979 with a $2,500 settlement. Redd's final marriage, to Kaho Cho in July 1991, was a testament to loyalty. Kaho, whom he met at a Las Vegas hotel, stood by him through his financial turmoil, and their wedding was a quiet but heartfelt affair. Tragically, just months later, Redd suffered a fatal heart attack, leaving Kaho to navigate his complex legacy. Debraka remained a constant in Redd's life, though he missed her wedding in 1975, a regret he later expressed publicly. Redd's personal life wasn't without controversy. In 1983, he filed for bankruptcy, citing debts from his divorces and tax issues, which drew public scrutiny. The IRS's seizure of his Las Vegas home and cars in 1989 sparked headlines, with some criticizing his lavish spending. Redd addressed the backlash in interviews, admitting to poor financial management but emphasizing his commitment to his craft. "I made people laugh, and that's worth more than any mansion," he once said. Despite the scandals, Redd remained active in his community, supporting African-American artists through mentorship and donating to Chicago-based charities, reflecting the generosity that defined his Sanford and Son character. Redd's personal life, with its triumphs and tribulations, was a mirror to the humor and heart he brought to his work. But his story took a tragic turn, one that left fans and family reeling. Let's uncover the details of his untimely death and the legacy he left behind. Tragic death. On October 11, 1991, the comedy world lost a legend when Redd Foxx suffered a fatal heart attack at the age of 68. The tragedy unfolded on the set of his final project, The Royal Family, a sitcom he starred in alongside Della Reese. During a rehearsal break, Redd was chatting with a reporter from Entertainment Tonight when a producer abruptly called him back to set. Moments after a heated exchange, Redd collapsed, clutching a chair. In a heartbreaking twist, those around him initially thought he was joking, as his Sanford and Son character was famous for faking heart attacks. But this was no act. Redd was rushed to Queen of Angels Hollywood Presbyterian Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead 4 hours later. The irony of his death was not lost on the public. Entertainment Weekly noted, "It was an end so ironic that for a brief moment, castmates figured Fox was kidding." His passing was a shock, compounded by the revelation of his financial state, a negative $3.5 million net worth, with debts including $3.6 million owed to the IRS. Redd's lavish lifestyle, costly divorces, and tax troubles had depleted his once substantial fortune, leaving his estate in disarray. Fans mourned not only the loss of a comedy pioneer, but also the tragedy of a man whose genius was overshadowed by financial ruin. As we reflect on Redd's life, let's celebrate the legacy he left behind and the lessons his story imparts. Redd Foxx's journey from the streets of St. Louis to the heights of Hollywood is a testament to the power of talent and resilience. His groundbreaking work on Sanford and Son, his iconic comedy albums, and his fearless humor broke barriers and inspired generations of comedians. Yet, his story is also a cautionary tale about the perils of financial mismanagement, reminding us that even the brightest stars can face darkness. From his luxurious Las Vegas mansion to his cherished car collection, Redd lived life on his terms, leaving an indelible mark on comedy and culture. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Redd Foxx's life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exclusive celebrity stories on The Celeb Insider. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's your favorite Redd Foxx moment? And check out our other videos to explore the lives of more entertainment legends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.